I never expected that a single, seemingly innocuous message, hidden deep within a chat window, could unravel the tightly controlled tapestry of my everyday life. It was a cool, rainy evening when I first noticed the message blinking at me. I had just settled at my desk after a long day at work, the steady patter of rain on my window providing a calming backdrop to routine tasks. My phone vibrated softly, and as I glanced at the screen, a chat from an unknown number caught my eye. The message was simple, almost cryptic: "Meet me tonight. 11:47, venue, the Aurora Cocktail Bar. Code, Obsidian." My heart skipped a beat. I didn't recall ever exchanging messages with this number, yet the tone and precision of the text were unmistakable. This was no random spam. Something inside me stirred, a mix of curiosity and a desire for escape from the mundane predictability of my life. For years, I had prided myself on my orderly existence, a well-worn routine of work, quiet evenings at home, and occasional weekends that adhered strictly to the schedule I set for myself. I had built my days around the familiar, a predictable commute, routine tasks at an office that felt increasingly colorless, and nights spent in solitude with little more than a book and a cup of tea. And yet, here was this message, a hidden invitation, a digital whisper promising an encounter that could shatter that carefully constructed order. I stared at the message, the words 11:47 and the Aurora Cocktail Bar glowing on my screen. There was something alluring about the idea of a secret meeting in a posh cocktail bar, a place where the lights were low, the drinks were sophisticated, and every whispered conversation held a hint of mystery. I spent the next hour pacing my apartment, my mind whirring with questions. Who could have sent me this message? Was it a mistake, or was someone deliberately reaching out, inviting me into a world I had long only observed from afar? I recalled a vague memory of a previous night when I had briefly glimpsed something unusual, a stray text from an unknown number, but I had dismissed it as a fluke. Now, with this clear and precise invitation, I couldn't ignore the possibility that my life had been quietly intersecting with a hidden network of intrigue and allure. The idea both terrified and thrilled me. There was a part of me that yearned for the unexpected, a desire to break free from the confines of my meticulously structured days and immerse myself in the unknown. Without entirely understanding why, I felt compelled to reply. My fingers trembled as I typed a single word: yes. Then I hit send, and in that moment, it was as if I had taken a step into a new, uncharted realm. The hours that followed were a blend of anticipation and internal debate. I tried to rationalize my decision. After all, I had always been cautious, careful not to stray too far from the familiar. But there was an undeniable excitement in the prospect of something new, a chance to experience a life beyond the ordinary, even if just for one night. I envisioned the posh ambience of the Aurora Cocktail Bar, a place where deep, velvety lights cast shadows on polished surfaces, where patrons in stylish attire exchanged knowing glances, and where every cocktail was crafted with artful precision. I imagined the subtle murmur of conversation, the clink of glasses, and the rich aroma of fine spirits filling the air. It all seemed so tantalizingly out of reach from my everyday world. As dusk turned to evening, I prepared with an intensity one hadn't known I possessed. I chose an outfit that balanced sophistication and a hint of daring, a tailored black blazer over a deep burgundy blouse, paired with sleek trousers and polished ankle boots. I took extra care with my hair and makeup, striving for an elegant look that could blend into a scene of high-end mystery. Each step in my preparations felt like a ritual, a deliberate shedding of the old self in anticipation of the new experiences to come. Leaving my apartment, I hailed a rideshare and, with my heart pounding in my chest, watched as the city transformed under the rain-soaked glow of streetlights. Every reflection in a puddle, every burst of neon from a distant sign, seemed to promise hidden stories and secret escapades. I couldn't help but feel that tonight, my life would pivot from the humdrum of routine to something luminous and extraordinary. The ride was a quiet interlude as the car navigated through the urban labyrinth. I stared out the window, lost in thought, recalling the message that had changed everything. Meet me tonight. 11:47, venue, the Aurora Cocktail Bar. Code, Obsidian. The word obsidian reverberated in my mind, its dark, glossy connotation evoked images of mystery and hidden depths. I wondered if it was a password or merely a symbolic marker of the unknown. With each passing block, my anticipation grew until, finally, the car pulled up in front of a sleek, modern building whose exterior exuded an air of understated luxury. I stepped out into the cool night, the city around me humming with a subdued energy. Before me loomed the Aurora Cocktail Bar, a venue I had heard whispers about in upscale circles, known for its exclusivity and its discreet clientele. The entrance was unassuming, a polished glass door with a small, elegantly carved sign that simply read Aurora. I took a deep breath and walked inside. The interior of the bar was a revelation, a world bathed in soft, ambient lighting, where the decor was a blend of modern minimalism and classic sophistication. Velvet chairs, polished mahogany tables, and tasteful artwork adorned the space. The gentle murmur of low conversations, punctuated by the occasional clink of glass and the smooth notes of a jazz saxophone, created an atmosphere that was both intimate and electric. I felt as if I had stepped into another realm, a hidden sanctuary where time moved differently and where every detail was designed to evoke passion and mystery. I found a seat at the bar and ordered a cocktail, letting the bartender's deft hands work their magic. As I sipped the exquisitely balanced drink, a fusion of rare whiskeys, subtle citrus, and a touch of bitters, I couldn't help but feel that each sip was a prelude to the adventure that awaited. My eyes wandered around the room, taking in the refined elegance and the quiet confidence of the patrons. They exchanged knowing glances and gentle smiles, as if they all shared a secret that the rest of the world could never understand. Then, almost as if on cue, my phone vibrated once again. A new chat window had opened with the same mysterious number that had sent the initial text. The message was simple: "I see you've arrived. Let's begin." My heart fluttered at the implication. I quickly typed back, "Where shall we meet?" and waited, my mind buzzing with anticipation. The reply came swiftly, "Find me at the back of the lounge, near the window with the city view. Code, Obsidian." I hesitated only a moment before standing and making my way through the softly lit corridors of the bar. At the designated spot, near a large window that framed the city's twinkling skyline, I saw a figure standing in the shadows. The person was partially obscured by the dim light, but I could make out a tailored jacket and an air of quiet confidence. As I approached, the stranger turned, and in that moment, our eyes met. There was something mesmerizing in that gaze, a mixture of intensity and gentle warmth that sent a shiver down my spine. "Good evening," the stranger said in a voice that was both soft and assured. "I'm Adrian." His name resonated with me as if it were a secret note in a familiar melody. I responded with a tentative smile, "I'm Taylor." For a few heartbeats, the world around us fell away, leaving only the quiet hum of the city and the unspoken promise of connection. We moved to a quieter corner of the lounge, away from the casual chatter and the soft music. There, over subtle exchanges of words and shared glances, Adrian explained that he, too, had been drawn into a hidden life of secret meetings and midnight escapes. He mentioned that he had been receiving similar misdirected messages, encrypted alerts that led him to exclusive events, where he found solace in moments of refined indulgence and intimate conversation. As he spoke, I realized that our paths, though separate until now, had been converging over time. Each discreet notification, every digital receipt for a lavish dinner I had received, was a piece of a larger puzzle, a secret map that had led both of us to this extraordinary night. Our conversation flowed naturally, evolving from casual introductions to deeper confessions. I shared with Adrian my quiet dissatisfaction with a life that had grown too predictable, my longing for experiences that stirred the soul and broke the monotony of routine. He, in turn, recounted tales of secret getaways, of nights spent in opulent hotel lobbies and behind closed doors where dreams and desires were shared in hushed tones. Every word he spoke ignited something within me, a recognition that the life I had been living was only a fraction of what was possible. The connection between us was palpable, as if we were both finally daring to acknowledge the secret yearnings that had been hidden beneath our carefully constructed exteriors. As the evening deepened, the atmosphere around us became even more charged with intimacy. The subtle lighting softened, the music grew mellower, and the space around our secluded table seemed to hold its breath. A final notification appeared on my phone, this one more direct: "Next step, private dinner at L'Etoile. Confirm with Oyuet." I exchanged a look with Adrian, his eyes shone with quiet excitement, and without hesitation, I confirmed my attendance. We knew that the night was far from over, that our journey of secret encounters was only beginning. We stood together and, hand in hand, made our way toward the next phase of the evening. The walk to L'Etoile was a silent, exhilarating procession through the posh corridors of the Aurora cocktail bar, which adjoined the Meridian. As we stepped outside into a cool, gentle night, the city's lights sparkled like distant jewels, and each step felt like a passage deeper into a world reserved for those who dared to live on the edge of the ordinary. At L'Etoile, the setting was nothing short of breathtaking. The venue was a private dining room known for its refined elegance, a space where every detail was orchestrated to evoke a sense of intimacy and wonder. Soft music, delicate candlelight, and elegantly set tables created an atmosphere that was both modern and timeless. I took a seat at a table reserved exclusively for us, and as we waited for the evening to unfold, I felt a gentle thrill course through me. Every sound, the hushed murmur of other diners, the clink of fine china, even the soft laughter echoing in the background, added to the dreamlike quality of the moment. The dinner itself was a gastronomic journey. Each course was presented with an artistry that rivaled the finest works of art, a prelude to flavors and sensations that transcended the everyday. We savored each bite slowly, our conversation deepening with each course. Between dishes, our eyes met, and in those fleeting glances, I felt the undeniable pull of something more profound, a connection that went beyond words, a shared understanding of the beauty that lies in embracing life's mysteries. As the meal drew to a close with a delicate dessert of rose-scented panna cotta, I knew that our secret date was evolving into something transformative. A discreet message then buzzed on my phone: after dinner gathering, private lounge transition. Departure, 12:45 a.m. Code, Obsidian. I looked at Adrian, and we both silently agreed that the night's magic was far from over. We left L'Etoile together, our footsteps echoing softly on polished floors as we moved from the intimate confines of the dining room to the hidden, exclusive world of the private lounge. Inside the private lounge, the ambience shifted yet again. The space was a secluded haven of understated luxury, with soft lighting casting gentle shadows and a live acoustic musician playing a soulful melody that seemed to capture the essence of our secret journey. We settled into a quiet corner with a view of the city's nocturnal landscape, a panorama of glittering lights that seemed to mirror the excitement in our hearts. Here, amid the hushed whispers of fellow guests and the delicate clink of crystal, our conversation grew even more personal. I found myself confessing the quiet loneliness that had haunted my days, the sense of invisibility that came from living a life dictated by routine. Adrian listened with an intensity that made me feel truly seen, and in turn, he revealed the reasons behind his own secret escapes, a series of clandestine encounters and midnight getaways that had allowed him to break free from the constraints of a life he no longer recognized. As the hours in the lounge slipped by, time itself seemed to slow, leaving us in a cocoon of shared vulnerability and unspoken promises. Every discreet alert on my phone was like a gentle reminder that our secret rendezvous was part of a larger, more intricate tapestry, a hidden narrative of elegant escapes and transformative moments that had been quietly unfolding for far too long. With every passing minute, I felt more connected not only to Adrian but to the hidden parts of myself that had long been suppressed. I realized that these secret getaways and intimate dates were not merely acts of escapism, they were a celebration of the human spirit's endless capacity for passion, connection, and renewal. As the night began to wane and the first hints of dawn crept in, a final notification appeared on my phone: final transition, rooftop garden rendezvous. Confirm within 3 minutes. I looked into Adrian's eyes, and in that silent exchange, we both understood that the journey was nearing its zenith, a final chapter before the night yielded to the light of day. I confirmed the message, and together, we left the private lounge, our steps taking us toward the rooftop garden that promised a breathtaking farewell to the night. Ascending the narrow staircase, the cool early morning air wrapped around us like a soft embrace. When we emerged onto the rooftop garden, the view was nothing short of magical. The city stretched out below in a tapestry of twinkling lights, and the sky above was an endless canvas of deep blue and emerging hues of pink and gold. Lush greenery, artfully arranged seating, and delicate fairy lights created an atmosphere of serene beauty, a fitting stage for the final moments of our secret escape. We found a secluded bench under a canopy of flowering vines, and for a long while, we sat in quiet reflection. The soft murmur of the awakening city and the gentle chirping of birds provided a delicate soundtrack to our shared silence. I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude for every moment of the night, the misdirected text that had set everything in motion, the elegant dinners, the intimate conversations, and the unspoken connection with Adrian. It was as if the night had peeled away the layers of my old self, revealing a heart that was open, unguarded, and brimming with possibilities. As the first rays of dawn broke over the horizon, I knew that our secret rendezvous was drawing to a close, but also that it would leave an indelible mark on my soul. With a tender goodbye and promises to meet again, we parted ways on the rooftop garden. I descended the staircase with a heart both heavy and light, a paradox of emotion that I had never experienced before. I returned to my suite at the Seraphine with the memory of the night etched in every fiber of my being, knowing that my life would never be the same. Over the following days, I found myself reflecting deeply on the hidden journey that had unfolded. The digital alerts, the misdirected texts, the secret bookings, they were not isolated incidents, but threads in a rich tapestry of hidden desires and transformative experiences. I began to understand that the elegant dinners, the secret hotel stays, and the intimate after-dark outings were expressions of a deeper truth, a longing for connection and a rebellion against the suffocating boundaries of routine. I started to document every detail in a worn leather journal, each message, each secret rendezvous, each fleeting moment of passion. I recorded the names of the venues, the times on the digital receipts, the subtle codes that hinted at hidden meanings. I wrote about the taste of gourmet dishes, the sound of soft jazz in the background, and the way the city looked when seen through the lens of a secret escape. With every word I wrote, I felt as if I were piecing together the map of a hidden life, a life that had been waiting patiently beneath the surface of my daily existence. I began to share my journey, hesitantly at first, with a few close friends. Their astonishment and heartfelt encouragement affirmed that there was beauty in embracing the unexpected and in living with a passion that defied the mundane. They told me that they, too, sometimes longed for moments of unfiltered connection, hidden escapes that allowed them to be truly, unapologetically themselves. In those conversations, I found solace and inspiration, and I realized that I was not alone in my secret rebellion against a life dictated by routine. As the weeks turned into months, my secret encounters gradually evolved from sporadic, mysterious meetings into a rich tapestry of experiences that reshaped my identity. I began to incorporate elements of that hidden world into my everyday life. I started dressing with a touch more daring flair, I experimented with new hobbies inspired by the art and elegance of my midnight escapes, and I allowed myself to dream of a future where I could live openly with the same passion that had ignited during those secret nights. One crisp evening, as I walked along rain-glazed streets and reflected on all that had transpired, I received yet another message on my phone. This time, it was from the same mysterious number that had first sent me the stray text. The message read, "Your journey is not over. Meet me at the Velvet Lounge at 10:30 p.m. Let us continue our conversation." My heart pounded with both excitement and a tinge of trepidation. I hesitated only briefly before replying with a single, determined yes. I knew that every new message was a doorway to more hidden experiences, a chance to further explore the depths of my desires and the possibilities that lay beyond the familiar. I arrived at the Velvet Lounge to find it bathed in the warm glow of amber lights and filled with an eclectic mix of patrons, each one appearing as if they had stepped out of a different time, a different world. The ambience was both modern and nostalgic, with vintage decor juxtaposed against contemporary art, and the soft strains of a soulful melody in the background. I found a quiet corner and settled in, feeling that familiar rush of anticipation as I waited for my mysterious contact. A moment later, a figure approached, someone I did not recognize from previous encounters, yet whose presence exuded a calm assurance and a quiet magnetism. He introduced himself as Adrian, and in that introduction, I sensed a new layer to the hidden network I had been uncovering. His eyes, dark and reflective, seemed to carry the weight of many secrets, and his gentle smile spoke of a man who had long embraced the beauty of vulnerability. We talked for hours that night, sharing our experiences, our struggles, and our hopes for a life that transcended the boundaries of routine. Adrian told me that his own journey had been punctuated by discreet messages like mine, an encrypted invitation that had led him to secret rendezvous and lavish after-dark outings that had reawakened his soul. His words resonated deeply with me, and in that conversation, I began to see that our hidden paths were converging in ways I had never imagined. As the night wore on, I realized that every discreet notification, every misdirected message, was a step in a grander plan, a secret language spoken in quiet whispers between those daring enough to live authentically. I felt an overwhelming gratitude for the mysterious signals that had led me to these transformative moments. Each encounter, from the elegant dinner at L'Etoile to the intimate conversation in the Velvet Lounge, was a testament to the power of stepping outside the confines of routine and embracing the unknown. In the months that followed, my life was forever changed by the hidden messages that had turned my days into a tapestry of secret getaways and intimate encounters. I no longer lived solely in the predictable realm of work and routine. I began to seek out moments of beauty and adventure, to create my own secret escapes. I traveled to new cities, explored luxurious hotels, and attended exclusive events that filled my heart with wonder and left me with memories that shimmered like stardust. I also learned to cherish the beauty of vulnerability. I started sharing my journey with others who, like me, had longed for something more, a deeper connection, a hidden spark of passion that was often suppressed by the demands of everyday life. Through quiet conversations in dimly lit cafes and heartfelt discussions with close friends, I discovered that I was not alone in my secret rebellion against a life of conformity. Each story shared was a reminder that the most extraordinary moments are born from the willingness to risk, to be seen, and to live fully. Every time I received a discreet notification, whether it was an encrypted alert about a secret hotel booking or a misdirected text confirming an elegant dinner, I was reminded that the extraordinary often hides in the smallest details. The digital receipts and encrypted messages became symbols of the journey I had embarked upon, a journey of self-discovery, passion, and the unyielding pursuit of authenticity. They were the keys that unlocked hidden chambers within my heart, revealing desires I had long kept under lock and key. Now, as I sit by the window in the quiet light of a new day, I reflect on the hidden life that has unfolded, a life that began with a stray text and has blossomed into a series of secret encounters, lavish escapes, and intimate conversations that have reshaped who I am. I have learned that true freedom lies in embracing the unknown, in daring to let go of the familiar, and in welcoming every discreet invitation as an opportunity to explore the depths of my soul. I no longer fear the misdirected messages or the encrypted call logs. Instead, I view them as gentle nudges from the universe, whispers that beckon me to live with passion, to love with abandon, and to never settle for the ordinary. My journey is ongoing, an ever-evolving tapestry of secret rendezvous and hidden adventures, each one a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of vulnerability. This is my legacy, a life transformed by the unexpected, a story of elegant escapes and clandestine meetings that continues to unfold with every discreet alert that graces my phone. I carry the memories of those secret late-night outings with me like precious treasures, reminders that the most profound adventures often begin when we dare to step beyond the boundaries of our routine and embrace the mysterious, enchanting possibilities that lie just beyond the surface. And so, with each new day and every new message, I remain open to the call of the unknown, ready to follow the hidden path that leads to secret hotel stays, intimate dinners, and the endless promise of a life lived in full, unbridled color.